It's Thanksgiving week here in the US, and we thought we'd share some thoughts on what to be thankful for at work, and also to say thanks for everyone who checks in with the Workplace Minute show. It's been a challenging year for many organizations and for many workers, whether it's economic uncertainty, rapid changes in technology, concerns about your mental or financial well-being, or just the daily pressures of keeping the teams engaged and supported. But even in a year like this, there's still plenty to be thankful for at work, especially for those of us in HR, people leadership, or workplace technology. And taking a moment to recognize the bright spots doesn't mean our work is done or that every workplace is perfect. It simply reminds us of the things that are worth appreciating, reinforcing, and building upon. So here's a few things I think we can genuinely be thankful for this year. First, we can be thankful for our colleagues, the people who continue to show up, care, and help carry the load. Even in tough times with competing priorities, so many employees keep bringing their effort, their empathy, and professionalism to work every day. And HR leaders often see this up close, and it's worth acknowledging just how much organizations rely on their quiet consistency. And we can also appreciate the managers who are evolving and growing in their roles, and who listen and not just direct. Good managers rarely make the headlines, but they make all the difference inside companies and for employees. These are the ones who check in, who remove obstacles, who give feedback with respect, and who treat people like human beings. These are the leaders that are shaping great workplaces. Not every employee has one, but where these managers exist, they're worth celebrating. Another thing to be grateful for this year is flexibility, where it is offered and where it has taken hold in company cultures. Whether it's hybrid work, remote options, adjusted schedules, job sharing, or simply the grace to handle their real lives without penalty, flexibility has been one of those meaningful improvements in modern work. Not everyone has access to it, but in the places where it has become a norm, it's something that employees and HR teams alike should appreciate and protect. We can also be thankful for the people who go out of their way to share their knowledge, mentor others, and help their coworkers grow. Colleagues who help onboard new team members, the person who patiently explains the payroll system yet again, the manager who champions someone for a project that they're ready for. These everyday acts of generosity help make organizations better, and HR often sees the ripple effects most clearly. And I think it's also fair to be thankful for workplaces that are genuinely trying to improve. Progress isn't always fast, it isn't always perfect, but many organizations are trying to. They're raising wages or expanding benefits, investing in employee mental health, upgrading and modernizing their HCM systems, or just listening to employees and taking employee feedback more seriously. Thanksgiving is a good time to recognize that progress comes in many forms and should be celebrated, even while knowing there's still plenty of work left to do. And then there are moments of meaning. Work isn't fulfilling every minute of every day, but it does offer flashes of purpose, whether it's finishing a big project, helping a customer in need, solving a tough problem, or hearing that something you did actually made someone's day better. Those moments matter, and they remind us why we chose the field we're in and why that still matters. And for HR and people leaders especially, there's also gratitude in the chance to learn and adapt. With AI, automation, and new workplace technologies evolving so quickly, this is one of the most transformative periods our professions have ever seen. And having the opportunity and the responsibility to guide our organizations through these changes is something worth appreciating. And finally, we can be thankful for the parts of work and workplace culture that can still bring us joy. Whether it's a great team meeting, a trusted colleague with a great sense of humor, a holiday celebration, or simply a day where everything goes well and smoothly. Work can be heavy sometimes, but joy can still find its way into our work weeks. So as we head into the holidays here in the US, it's worth taking a moment to appreciate what's working, who's supporting us, and what's getting better. Showing gratitude doesn't erase the challenges ahead. It simply reminds us of the foundations we can build upon as we continue trying to make work safer, more supportive, more engaging, and more human. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to WorkHuman for supporting the Workplace Minute. If this episode made you think about what you are thankful for at your workplace, please share it with a colleague. We'll be off for the rest of this week, and we'll see you back here on Monday, November 30th. Until then, have a happy Thanksgiving to our listeners in the US, and a heartfelt thank you to our listeners everywhere around the world. I'm Steve Boese, and this has been the Workplace Minute from H3 HR Advisors.